Hello, broadcasters. Welcome to episode 190 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige. I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a good week. Excited for the show tonight. We have a special guest that we'll have on from the support team tonight, so that'll be fun. And for anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard, and we do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with all of you, go through the same flow that you all do with your own shows and productions. Two is to answer any of your questions and comments. So we love, it's one of the main points of the town hall is getting your feedback and discussing your thoughts on StreamYard. So feel free to leave them in the chat. We'll do our best to get to as many questions and comments as possible. And I always mention the three pillars of StreamYard, which are ease of use, stability, and professional stream. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. I see people tuning in from all over the world tonight. And we got Woodward from New Zealand. Very, very cool. Joanne from Ohio. Nice to see all of you here. James from Pittsburgh. Fantastic. Before I forget, we have lots of awesome shows on StreamYard. We got the Spotlight the second Thursday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is a fun show all about folks like you, folks in the community, and how they're having success with live stream. So if you're looking for inspiration, definitely check that out. We've got YouTube channel reviews with Dee and Daniel the second Saturday of the month. Really great show if you're looking to grow on YouTube and for specific actionable advice when it comes to things like thumbnails or titles and how to grow on YouTube. They're both pros on YouTube. So really great show for that. And we got specifically for live streaming advice, Enhance Your Live Streams the last Tuesday of the month with Nick Nimmin. Nick also pro when it comes to everything video and everything YouTube. So definitely check that out for specific live streaming advice. And also if you missed it, Think Media did a really good live stream on our channel recently. So if you missed that, check that one out. And one thing we've been doing at the start of these shows is a fun fact. So we get to know a bit more about you. You get to know a little bit more about us. And the one we had for tonight was, what was the first organized sport you ever played?
Yeah, so mine was soccer, for sure. I think I was 4 years old. And I remember I was in a league with, I don't know how old they were. I want to say 7 or 8 year olds for the most part. I actually have some pictures where I think I was literally too small for the jersey or something. So I had a different jersey and everything. And I just looked tiny on the field. But yeah, I loved soccer when I was younger. How about you?
Awesome. Yeah. The first sport I ever wanted to play was the one that I actually played. I was always trying to join a hockey team, but originally we were in Oregon and it wasn't very popular there. So mine was also soccer. Played on the Scooby-Doo's rec team. It was a good time.
Cool.
All right. So we already have quite a few questions for tonight. So we have one here from Dimebag says, I would like RTMP access for the host camera feed. So just to confirm what you mean, Darren, I assume what you're saying is as the host, you want the ability basically to take an RTMP feed and have that replace one of the camera feeds. Would be good to know. But if so, that's definitely something we're open to add. We're open to adding, and it's been requested in the past.
Yep.
We have one from Tim here. It says, hi, chaps. Any chance of having the ability to customize the layout of the guests, i.e. change the size and shape of the screen? Yeah, Tim, it's something that we're actively talking about and designing now. We want to make sure that things fit our pillars of being super easy to use. But one thing that is clear is that folks that have become pretty advanced with the platform and use it a lot want the ability to go deeper when it comes to things like layouts and whatnot. So we are working through the ability to add more customization there, and we'll hopefully have more to say about that in the future.
Yep.
One here from Darren says, please add zoom control to the mobile app. You want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah, I think I asked about this last time when it came up, and I can't remember if it was you, Darren, or someone else, but just to confirm, is it you're basically on mobile and you can't see someone's screen or something and you want to be able to zoom in on it, or is it some other kind of use case? And specifically, if you want to just zoom in general, is it only on screen shares where you want to see things a bit better? Any information you can provide there is useful. And for anyone else that has this as well, that'd be great. And maybe I'm completely misunderstanding, but I think that's probably what you're asking.
Cool. See lots of soccer and baseball for the first sports.
Cool.
Greedy Bubbles was swim team. Very cool. That's a unique first one.
Yeah, T-ball was pretty fun.
T-ball was a good time.
Or softball.
All right. We had another one here from Freedom Patriot Network. Will StreamYard ever try to integrate with Rumble? Please, I know other live streamings would like to, live streaming partners we work with would like to use it. Yeah, when it comes to platforms, Freedom Patriot Network, we're definitely open to adding more. We want to make sure that our integrations work really well and are really well supported for the platforms we do support. But if there's enough requests for a particular platform, we're definitely open to adding additional integrations. One thing I wanted to quickly mention, we mentioned it last time, but we just wanted to remind folks that LinkedIn Live did recently drastically expand the number of folks who have access to it. So it launched quite a while ago. I was mistaken. I thought it was last time I was mistaken. I thought it was earlier than it actually was.
2019 it launched.
Back in 2019. Feels like it was not that long ago. But yeah, really great platform for building a professional community. So hopefully for anyone that was interested in going live there that didn't get the chance in the past, hopefully you now do meet the criteria, which is now it's about 150. If you have 150 connections on a page, 150 connections or 150 followers on a page, you should be able to access LinkedIn with some other criteria that almost everyone would meet in terms of staying in compliance with the policy and being outside of mainland China. So hopefully that's a welcome change to LinkedIn.
Yep. So basically, if you wanted to stream to LinkedIn in the past, didn't have access to LinkedIn Live, try it again. And if you don't meet the criteria, yeah, it's one of the things Geige just mentioned, the most common one being if you're a page, you need to have 150 followers.
Cool. Let's see what else we had here. We have another comment from Michael says, how about a theme that includes the half-page comments or full-page comments? Too many people are looking off to the left like Geige now. Yes, I do need to improve my setup for that. So we definitely are open to improving the comments in general, Michael. I know one thing that people have asked for in the past is the ability to sort of pop them out and put them wherever you want. I think that's a nice way to solve where folks are looking. But we're also totally open to additional themes as well that maybe feature the comments in different types of ways, where maybe there's more of a focus on the comment itself. I know that's something you've asked for a long time, and it is something we're open to adding.
And Michael, I'm also curious, if when you say theme, are you referring to themes in StreamYard and just featuring the comments in a different way where they take up more space? Or are you talking about actually moving the comment section around on StreamYard? Like a theme as in the layout of StreamYard itself, or what's on screen, those types of themes? Would love to know that.
Cool. Another topic we wanted to ask about tonight was where do you host your community? We're just curious in terms of, as another question we had for tonight was about integrations, but I'll ask that after this. But yeah, curious how many of you is like an email list, the primary place that you use to interact with your community? Is it the platforms themselves? Like is, say, your YouTube, the name of the feature is now escaping me, but YouTube has a feature to basically post directly to your community, which is very cool. Or is it a Facebook group? Just curious the main way that you sort of host your community, and if there's any way for basically to improve that experience as it relates to StreamYard. So just curious what you guys are using for that.
Yeah, and if you have multiple, we'd love to know which ones do you use, and then also which ones are kind of the go-tos for you. Maybe you have a Facebook group and a Discord channel or something, but the Facebook group is by far the most important one, or vice versa.
Cool. Freedom Patriot Network uses Telegram. Very cool. I've actually heard very positive things about Telegram. I think they recently added groups. I've heard it's a cool platform for that.
Cool.
Hey, Michael. Awesome. Nice to have you here. Michael says, I have YouTube memberships that watch my channel. So yeah, YouTube has some great features involving memberships for community management. Sounds like same with Delusional, also on YouTube primarily. Really good to know.
Cool.
Pixelpia uses a combination email list plus website plus Discord. Yeah, I definitely find that's pretty common, as many folks will use a variety of tools. We're here at StreamYard, we're pretty similar. We've got email list, the various social channels, and of course, obviously the website itself. Cool. We'll have to go back through all of these afterwards. There was another question here from Delusional. Any future support to natively flipping the camera view upside down? I use an overhead mounted upside down and correct it in OBS. You want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah, definitely. So no plans right now to do that. It hardly ever comes up, but certainly an interesting use case. I would say right now what you're doing is probably what I would recommend, to use something like OBS, flip it, and then just use that as your source. It's the type of thing I think if it came up a lot more, like if more people started asking for it, we'd consider it. But our general rule is, unless a lot of people, it's like a very common request, we won't add it, just because it does add more complexity to the product. So yeah, I would go with what you're going with now.
Cool. Sounds like Carrie's using private Facebook groups. That's definitely a popular one. And we, of course, have the StreamYard Facebook group as part of our community tool set. Darren says, any plans for integration of teleprompter mode? We're certainly keen to integrate with any tools. That was another question I'll share after this, actually. Tools that folks are using regularly. So if there's a particular app that you use for teleprompter functionality, Darren, I'd be curious what it is, but we're definitely open to supporting that.
Yeah, or just building something ourselves as well.
Yep. And that question I was referring to, similar to the community one, any products in general that you'd like to see StreamYard integrate with, that basically anything we could do to sort of make your workflow easier, or that would basically make what you do with your broadcast easier if we integrated with those tools. Things that we've heard in the past, often with recordings, the ability to send them to things like Dropbox or Google Drive. So curious if there's anything like that comes to mind. All right. Josh says, any updates on the ability for individuals to comment on broadcasts through Twitter? Is that an issue with Twitter's API compatibility with StreamYard? So we would love to support comments from Twitter, Josh. That's one thing we definitely missed from the previous Periscope integration. And we are continuing to ask them about that. I'm hopeful that, to answer your question, yes, it has to do with Twitter doesn't actually offer those comments through the API, although the Periscope used to. But I am hopeful that they will eventually make that addition. And once they do, we'll certainly support it, because we'd love to have the ability to bring in the Twitter comments like we used to with the Periscope comments.
Yep.
Tim says, any plan to have a couple of extra cameras in share mode? That's a cool question, Tim.
Do you know what he means by share mode?
I assumed it was related to the multiple camera.
Just having more than one extra camera?
Yeah, if you mean something different than just having an extra camera in general, Tim, definitely let us know. It's something, generally the way people have solved it in the past is if they're using that many cameras, they'll often have like a video mixer or something that they have hooked into StreamYard. The name of it is now escaping me, but I think there's one from...
It's like Rodecaster? Or
Rodecaster's for audio. There's
the
Mini. There's something Mini. I can't remember the name of it now.
It's like one of the Blackmagic.
Yeah, Blackmagic has a few different devices for it. But a video mixer is essentially a popular option for that. But we're open to adding additional ones. One thing that why we did initially limit it to 2 is it does require more compute power on your side when you have that many feeds coming in. And that is the nice thing about a mixer, is a mixer has its own sort of processor for that, which makes it a good option. So I would consider that, but it's definitely something we're open to doing.
Yeah, the A10 Mini is the one we're thinking of.
Woodward says, any update on the ability to stream exclusively to channel members? So that is something we asked YouTube about recently, and I believe it is in the future plans, right, Dan? The ability
They'd like that, yeah. So the whole feature is in beta on YouTube's end. It's not available through YouTube's API right now, but we brought it up as something we'd love to see, and they mentioned, probably we'll add that. Hopefully pretty soon. We'll see.
Yeah, but most likely once the feature's out of beta in general on YouTube.
Yep.
All right, what else did we have here? NLTMW says, OBS is handy for bringing in multiple cameras. Yep, OBS with the virtual camera is definitely an option for that. It doesn't have the same benefit as the mixer, of sort of having that extra processing power, but it is a good solution, especially if you have a powerful computer.
Yep. And for anyone who does want more than one, and for anyone who's not familiar on StreamYard, you can have one extra camera right now. But for anyone who wants even more than that, if you could let us know how many you actually want, that'd be good to know. Like Geige said, it is a little hard on your computer, but presumably if you want to add that many cameras, hopefully you have a pretty strong computer. And yeah, if you're going to do it on OBS, same thing, where you should have a pretty strong computer.
Bro, Mike was following up on the name. I remember the name now. The parent company is Blackmagic. The Blackmagic ATEM Mini, ATEM Mini is a popular device. But yeah, the company is Blackmagic. Hey Shannon, awesome to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well.
That's cool.
Delusional Arcade says, is there a referral program from StreamYard to share with others? Yes, absolutely, Delusional. If you go to StreamYard and you're signed in to your account, in the top right, under My Account, there's a section called Referrals, right, Dan? Or is it?
Yeah. Yep.
So if you click on the Referrals section, everyone has their own custom link. So you'll have your own unique link that you can share out if you'd like to promote StreamYard. And every time someone signs up, you'll get referral credit. I think it's $25 every time someone upgrades.
So they'll get $10 for free. So there's an incentive to refer them as well. So they'll get $10, and then once they've spent some money on StreamYard, you'll get $25 in credit.
Yep.
Yeah, we have people that literally don't pay for StreamYard just because they're able to get a lot of other people using it.
Yeah, it's a cool option.
Yep.
Square Table says, is there a way StreamYard could integrate with a Nightbot type feature to be able to periodically drop the link in chat? So for open panels, we can get people the link for chat. Yeah, it's a cool idea, Square Table. And for anyone that doesn't know what Nightbot is, it's basically just a chatbot of sorts where basically on certain key commands, this Nightbot thing can basically drop things like links and do custom things like that. It's certainly something we're open to, Square Table. We'd probably do it through some kind of integration where we'd be able to support unique types of chat functionality where, if someone types in some keyword that you can make something happen on your side. I think it's a cool idea. Any other thoughts on that one, Dan?
No, I don't think so.
All right. We have time for maybe one or two more here, and then we'll go ahead and bring on our guest for tonight. NLTMW says, OBS doesn't require HDMI output cameras like the ATEM Mini does. That's a good point. You have more variety in terms of the cameras that you can integrate with the OBS.
Yep.
Sorry, it's Blackmagic design specifically. My mistake. Like Speedy Bubble.
All
right. Yeah, they've been around forever. They're a good company. All right, with that, let's go ahead and bring our guest Arjun on tonight from the support team. Hey, Arjun, hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Awesome. So yeah, for anyone that's not familiar with this segment, we've been bringing on team members from StreamYard, so the people behind the product, and in this case, Arjun from our customer support team. So we've got some questions for Arjun, just for all of you to get a chance to meet him. And then also, if you have any questions for him, feel free to post those in the chat. So Arjun, first question. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do at StreamYard?
So I'm a customer support specialist here at StreamYard. So I work with the rest of the support team to take those incoming chats. So whenever you go to that chat box or go to our email address, you got any questions, concerns, need some help troubleshooting, I am working with my team to help get that sorted and answered for you. So that's kind of what I do here.
Cool. Awesome. I'll be curious if anyone in the chat has actually had a conversation with you before.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
So. Cool. And where are you located?
The Big Apple, New York.
Cool. And then how long have you been at StreamYard now?
About 10 months now.
Awesome. What's your favorite StreamYard feature?
I like the overlays, I think. That's my favorite, especially because when you can make them transparent, there's a lot of creativity where you can place things in that transparent image to add to your screen. So I like experimenting with those custom overlays.
Cool. Yeah, definitely a ton of functionality you can unlock with that. What did you want to be when you were younger?
I actually wanted to be an author. It's kind of funny. I was a big bookworm, so I was reading a lot, write my own little books, or I also draw comic books with pen and pencil and binder paper. So I don't want to be an author anymore. It's too much writing for me, but that's what I wanted to do when I was little.
Fair enough. Cool. And then how did you get into customer support?
So I actually work with there's a couple of the people on the customer support team who I went to school with at NYU, and I was roommates with one of them. His name's Trevor. We were roommates, and so he started before me. So I kind of learned about StreamYard through him, learned about the community and the product, and it sounded really interesting to me. So kind of was brought onto the team by him.
Cool. Awesome. And then what is your favorite thing about working at StreamYard?
It's got to be the team I work with. Yeah, everyone is so kind, so nice, so supportive, and you never feel like no one has your back when you're there. So every day logging in, it's always nice to catch up with everyone that I work with.
Cool. And then how would you answer the fun fact question? Favorite or first organized sport, I believe it was.
Mine was soccer too. I was also really young. My dad put me in when I was like 4 also. I had like no idea what I was doing, like kicking the ball in the wrong goal. Yeah, I played it for a long time. I stopped in middle school, but yeah, it's got to be with soccer.
I always love watching kids soccer where everyone's just kind of swarming the ball. Right. No one's playing any positions at all. Go. And then do you have a favorite karaoke song?
Yeah, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Cool. That's a good one. And then how about a favorite board game?
Monopoly. I'm not very good at it, at the deal making, but it's always fun. Always a fun time.
Cool. Awesome. Do you have a specific type? Isn't there like 1,000 types of Monopoly now?
I know there's one now where you have like little credit cards and you play like with millions of dollars as opposed to just hundreds of thousands. So it's always fun to feel like you're a corporate mogul,
Cool. That's awesome. All right. If anyone else has questions for Arjun, feel free to ask them in the chat. But yeah, I appreciate that, Arjun.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And while we go through those questions, you want to go ahead and get the giveaway queued up for tonight, Dan?
You bet I do.
We have a good question here from Packer Dude. It says, Arjun, how do you do your job without getting stressed out? Also, nice to be able to put a face to the name.
Oh, that's funny. How do I do my job without getting stressed out? That's such an interesting question. Well, I think mostly a lot of it has to do with how I answered the question about why I like working here. It's because it would be a stressful job because obviously a lot of people come in every day with their problems that they need solved, but there's such a wealth of information that is shared between myself and the rest of the support team. So if you feel like you don't know the answer to a question or are having trouble with an issue, there's always someone who can help you out and pick up slack where you drop it. So I think having that strong support net always helps keep me from getting too stressed out on the job.
Cool.
Awesome. And we had another question from Dana was complimenting your camera. I was curious what type of camera you're using.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. It's actually just the integrated camera on my MacBook Pro. So
wow, it looks better than
yeah.
Is it a newer model Mac?
I think so. It's the one with the M1. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good camera in those because the old ones were not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the older cameras were no good at all. But no, that's good. That's awesome. It's always been weird to me they're not better because obviously the iPhone camera, I mean, it's quite good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You got the MacBook Pro, which is way more expensive. No good.
Cool. Darren is also does support for Toyota and Lexus. That's cool.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Cool.
All right. Looking at the entries, it looks like most people here are familiar with it, but in case you're not, each week we do the StreamYard giveaway, and tonight we'll give away the StreamYard pillow and the StreamYard plush duck for tonight. Let me see if I got a picture of it. While I find that picture, to be eligible, all you have to do is type in hashtag the yard. So we'll give you 15, 20 seconds or so here to get in your hashtag the yards. And we actually made this tool available. So if you're ever interested in doing your own giveaway, if you go to streamyard.com/giveaway, you can actually access this and do it exactly how we're doing. You basically just screen share and run your own giveaway. And I think I'm gonna have to mix and match the pictures, but the pillow there is on the right. So you can see what the pillow looks like. And then the plush duck is right there. That's always a fan favorite. So hopefully it's a welcome giveaway. It looks like entries are still gradually.
Yeah, give it a little bit
more time. All right, let's see what other questions we had here. Clarine says, I'm still looking forward to you featuring a black support staff. Or did I miss the town hall that you had someone black? I think I remember you in the chat, Clarine. We had Chase on. Chase isn't on the support team. He's on the product team. He also does a lot of engineering work. But Chase was it last? Was that the last episode or the episode?
About a month ago. Yeah, I think three or four ago.
But yeah, if you're curious, Clarion, maybe click back to that one. Chase is awesome. He's doing tons of great work on the product team. Woodward says, could you increase the size of the overlays from 3 megabytes to be at least 10 megabytes, please? Yeah, the size of overlays is definitely a common one we get, Woodward. So something we're certainly open to. Absolutely.
Yeah, we still need to test that one out a bit, but I understand the pain on that.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good here.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Good luck, everyone.
Doug, congrats. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. If you shoot an email to contact@StreamYard.com, someone on our team can coordinate with you on your address and getting you your brand new StreamYard Duck and StreamYard Pillow shipped to wherever you are in the world.
Awesome. Congrats, Doug.
All right. I think we have time for a few more here. Diggin says, I'm going to be doing a live stream tutorial on StreamYard with duck racing and the prize wheel soon. Awesome. You'll have to share a link whenever you're doing it, Diggin. I'd love to see it. That sounds super fun. All right. What else did we have? Dice Grinder says, what cameras and mics work best with StreamYard? That's a good question. The nice thing is that there's so many great cameras and microphones to choose from. In the past, the main ones we've always recommended as being sort of quick, budget-friendly to set up is any sort of external camera, with one of the most common ones being the sort of Logitech line of webcams. I use the C920 personally, but there's an updated version now. I think it's like the C920-22. Whatever the latest Logitech web camera is generally a pretty good option when it comes to an external webcam. And then same thing with a mic. Any external microphone will serve you pretty well as long as it's not the built-in. Even the built-in mic of certain computers does also work well. But I personally use a Yeti microphone. That's always been a popular one. But definitely check out all of the awesome recommendations out there. Depending on what you're trying to get out of your setup, there's some really cool options. We had Julie on last week. So sorry, it wasn't Chase. It was Julie, obviously. So Chase was on before that. And she had a lot of great comments on people really liking her setup. And hers is pretty advanced. She's actually using a DSLR camera, and the name I'm not going to remember, but it was some kind of Sony camera. But there's all kinds of options you have when sort of creating your setup. So it depends on what you're trying to achieve with the look and feel of your streams.
Yeah, a lot of it too is your brand. So if you're the type of brand where you want it to appear really high quality, then you might want to get a DSLR camera or something really nice like that. If it's a little more interactive, a little more playful, then it's not as important probably.
Cool. Joanne's a fan of support, so well done.
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much. We're so glad to hear that.
All right. And question from Samoan says, can we get a pause button for videos? So that's one that's come up a lot in the past, Samoan, and something that we're actively working on and exploring is for all the folks that are using StreamYard, not just for the live streaming, but to just create recordings, making it easier to sort of pause and restart that recording. So that's something we're definitely exploring. All right. And with that, this was episode 190 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure being here with you and answering your questions. We'll see you next week at the same time.
Awesome. See you next week, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.